I've got some disappointing news to share about Charlotte Flair that fans will want to hear. In this video, we're going to talk about the rumors that have been going around about her status with the company, where she's been at, and a report that has crushed the hopes of Charlotte Flair fans around the world. Because Charlotte Flair, she has been sidelined for all of 2024 due to an injury. The top star tore her ACL, MCL, and a meniscus in December 2023 on an episode of SmackDown while working a singles match with Asuka. The nasty moment happened as Flair did a spot in the corner, seemingly twisting when falling, and immediately grabbed her knee. And that concerned everyone, from wrestlers to referees to announcers to fans. Now, coming out, she had to have surgery. She did the surgery, and she has been rehabbing. And she's been documenting her progress across social media platforms. Now, keep in mind that these types of injuries usually result in an athlete or a person being out of action for 9 to 12 months. And Charlotte Flair is no different. Flair has been a crucial part of the WWE ecosystem over the last decade, right? They've built her as a top star. She is probably going to go down as the GOAT of women's wrestling, although I still hold Trish Stratus in that high regard. She has done it all, from headline WrestleMania to Royal Rumble wins to, multiple main events to championships across the board. I mean, she has done it all in this business. And it has been by design. She looks the part, she acts the part, she is the part. That's why she's been put in the situation in which she has over the last decade, whether that be Vince McMahon in charge or that Triple H in charge. The fact of the matter is, WWE is better off with Charlotte Flair than without. She's a great brand ambassador for the company. And if you look at the talent in which they have under contracts right now, they have never had a more stacked women's division than they do right now, whether that's in Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. The possibilities of her being able to work with other talent is just mind-boggling. I think of the Tiffany Strattons of the world. I think of the Liv Morgans of the world, even though they've had chemistry in the past. It's a completely different level Liv Morgan right now. Same goes with Rhea Ripley. There's a lot of built-in heat there. I think of Jade Cargill. She could always work Bianca again. Bayley, you have the resurgence of Nia Jax, regardless of what you want to say. Now, let's get into today's topic, because the disappointing news, it all goes back to the rumor. There was a rumor that WWE has started to create creative plans for her. Now, keep in mind that it was previously reported by PWN, or aka hashtag PWN, that the former WWE Women's Champion, her current timetable was in November. So when these rumors started going around, people were like, well, you know what? Maybe she's coming back earlier said than done. That's not the case, because Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, he has reported that Flair is not medically cleared, and those in WWE still believe that there is some time before she returns to the ring, as the injuries that she sustained were severe. In fact, it was said that in February, Flair, while yes, she was ahead of schedule, a WWE source stated that until she is medically cleared, WWE is unlikely to make creative plans for her. And I agree. Look, we're in this interesting time now where it's fall. People are outdoors more than ever because it's not 1,000 degrees outside. You got football games, MLB, playoffs are coming. You have all of that, right? So pro wrestling kind of takes a back seat to that in a little bit. And you are also in this kind of dull period because, yes, SummerSlam has come and gone. So now we have Bad Blood. We have the Saudi Arabia show, and then we have Survivor Series. Historically speaking, Survivor Series is not a big ticket type of an event. Now, they don't have an event scheduled for December, so there's not a lot there. And it does not make sense unless you just want star power to bring back someone like Charlotte Flair. If she is ready to come back, that's my point. It's not time for her to come back. Not only is she not medically cleared, but like right now, wouldn't you rather save her for a Royal Rumble return than an episode of SmackDown, right? Like, this is Charlotte Flair speaking. Let's make this a big deal, not just, meh, it's on the show, right? Like, that would be my thinking behind it. I think Triple H, I think WWE officials think the same thing. So let's not rush her. She'll be back when she's ready. And when she does, she'll be off to the races. And I look forward to seeing what she's able to do in WWE and in a WWE ring. And like I touched on beforehand, who she can work with is going to be a lot of fun. I think you could easily bring her back as a heel. I think she should come back as a heel, and I'll tell you why. When she returned from that long hiatus after Mania, when she put over Rhea, she went on hiatus for a while. She was a babyface, and it sucked. She was an afterthought. She was not Charlotte Flair like we're accustomed to. She's a better heel. That's just the fact of the matter is. You can try and make her a babyface, and she can work hard, and she can try her best, and she'll do her best, but at the end of the day, she's better off as a babyface, or as a heel rather than a babyface. That's just the matter of the fact. Same way with her father. He was a way better heel than he was a babyface. So, if I'm WWE, if I'm Triple H, I'm bringing back Charlotte Flair as a heel. And I'm going to do so, and I'm going to put her right in the top spot. She is currently, because she wasn't involved in the draft, you can have her go, ideally, to Raw or SmackDown. If I had to guess, and yes, NXT is technically a standpoint, but let's be real, Charlotte Flair's not going to NXT on a long-term basis. If I'm WWE, and if I'm bringing her back in January, if I'm bringing her back at the Royal Rumble, which is what I would do, which is what I think WWE is going to do, because Triple H has made it very clear that if you need time off, whether it's due to injury or a personal matter, or you're just burnt out, take time off and take all the time you need. WWE has never been, nor will ever be, afraid of freezing contracts. They'll be fine. If I know WWE as well as I think I do because of history, he's not going to rush this woman back. He's going to take more than enough time. And so that's why I think she's going to come back at the Royal Rumble. And if she comes back at the Royal Rumble, what is that? That's in January. Well, what else happens in January? Well, Monday Night Raw is once again the flagship show, because SmackDown is no longer on Fox. It's on the USA Network, and Raw is going to go to Netflix. And everybody and their mother, just like they thought SmackDown going to Fox was going to create another boom period for WWE, even though they're already in a boom period, and Raw will be seen as the flagship show because it's on Netflix, and Netflix is available to more people. Therefore, the product is available to more people. That's why they're going to want to have Netflix carry PLEs in their library going forward, which will happen, I predict, once that kicks in. So if I'm thinking that, if I'm them, then yes, Charlotte Flair is going to go to Monday Night Raw when she returns. I'd love to hear what you have to say down in the comments area below, and I will see y'all in the next video.